when it is delivered. So during, from the last upload up until now, there has been a lot of things that I have been doing and taking care of regarding, with everything that's going on. It's a whole new world, and there is some adjustment going on, and those adjustments sometimes come by way of new opportunities, right? So new opportunities have landed in my lap, and so I have had to take care of those and address those because, these opportunities can lead to very fruitful, you know what I mean? Like they're great opportunities. So I want to pay attention to it. So that is one of the things I've been doing, and, dealing with the whole thing with kids being in the house during normal school days, during the time where I was doing my stuff from home and just having to adjust. So we talked about all of that the last time I was with you guys, okay? So today, though, the reason why I wanted to come on was because I wanted to talk about tools, like life tools, right? Like I just shared with you that I had some opportunities that landed, for me. And when I say they landed for me, I should probably say I was aware that they were near me. I was aware that the opportunity was accessible to me. A lot of times, people are not even aware of what is accessible to them. And what is accessible to you can change everything. What is accessible to you can free you, right? You could be tied to a chair, okay? And you see that there are some scissors nearby that are accessible to you. You're going to scoot, and get those scissors and figure it out and get out. You're going to figure it out and free yourself because you were aware of the opportunity that was near you. Or you could have been oblivious and in your own funk and not think of any type of solutions to, figure out how to get out of certain predicaments to make things better for yourself. So I was aware to the opportunities around me. Now, when I say tools, I use the word because you need something to work with, right? Okay, like for example, the gold is in the mountains and stuff, and in the caves or whatnot, and in the rivers and streams and stuff, in the dirt, whatever. There's gold, right? There was gold and stuff. So how did they get it out? They needed some tools to work with. Needed some picks and things like that, right? And some sifters and stuff. So that was people getting rich off that, finding the gold. But then there was the people that had to make the sifters and the picks and the shovels and stuff, knapsacks and things like that. So they were getting good, during that time. Because they were aware of the opportunities that were around them, that were going to set them free in some kind of way, make life easier for them. And for us in this world, especially if you live in more technologically advanced worlds and stuff and societies, we need money to really live comfortably. We really do, right? There are things we want to do, places we want to go, things we want to see, foods we want to eat. Oh, come on. We want the comforts of home, relaxation. We don't want to worry about bills. Oh, we want to have money at the end of the month. We don't want to worry about having to scrape up money to pay our taxes. Oh my God, we can't stand unexpected things that we're going to have to pay for that we weren't even planning on it, like a new set of tires or a new roof. We want to be financially free in a sense where we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Right? But how could that day come if we don't use a tool to help me become financially free once I am aware of an opportunity that can help me get there? Okay? All right. Why am I saying this? Well, if you live in a society where the more money you have, the better your comfort. I'm not talking about the money makes you happy and money this, money that. No, money is for your comfort, boo. I live in the LA County, okay? Come out here. They talk, oh, California, LA, woo woo, hello, LA, all this, all that, right? Come out here to some of the places where people are living in $1 million homes. I bullshit you not. I'm not playing with you right now. There are people in LA County living in $1 million homes who could literally take maybe a 3 to 5 or 10 minute walk and come upon an embankment that looks like a village of homeless people who are living in tents, cooking on little hibachi grills. Okay? All right? Bundled up in blankets at night, sleeping outside, homeless, no money. There's no comfort there. Yeah. Some people might say. Well, they have it's all about the peace of mind and where they are in their spirit, right? Yeah, true. Facts. If you're going to be in a situation where you're in an uncomfortable situation, you really want to make sure that your spirit is intact, and we want that to be possible. Yes. But it's money. Hello, dollar signs. That's going to give that person comfort. Okay? So that's what we want. So now, how do we get there? You're not going to get there with your 9 to 5 unless you work a 9 to 5 and you live with your parents for the rest of your life and you never pay rent and you never pay bills. Then you can stack like a stacker, okay? But you're not going to ball out, okay? Okay, listen. Even if you go to school and go to college and get a really good professional gig, you know what I'm saying? You're like a lawyer or a doctor or something. And, you're going to go buy a home that's probably, it's not going to be cheap. You're going to want to live like a successful doctor and a successful lawyer. Okay. But that successful doctor, successful lawyer, they still have a means to live in. Okay. There is not an extra. It's just what they're getting from being a doctor or a lawyer. There's no extra on top of that. It's just still them working. They still got to get up and go to work and go. If they don't, they're not going to get anything. But they only get what they make one time. But how did they get there? They used the tool, which was a school of education, so that they could get to their end result, which was being a doctor or a lawyer, so they can live a certain lifestyle. Okay? You have a passion, for, justice. You got a passion for healing people. Okay, hello. But come on now. Once you get a taste of that lifestyle, you want to keep it up. Right? You want to keep it up. So, you use a tool of school of education to get to where they are. So what does this have to do with you? You may not possibly be a doctor or a lawyer. I don't know. But you do something. You do something for a living. You do something to keep your lights on and your food in your refrigerator, gas in your car. There's something you do. So whatever that is, Let me take a little second to breathe. What does this have to do with you, right? You're probably not a doctor. You're probably not a lawyer, right? But you do something. There's something that you do to stay afloat, okay? There is something that you do to stay afloat, all right? But what if you don't want to just stay afloat? What if you want to stay afloat and float to somewhere where you can just enjoy an experience that you typically wouldn't have enjoyed had you just stayed doing what you're doing, right? So let's just give an example. Let's just say that you work as an account manager and you make a decent living, and you pay your bills and everything fine. There's no struggle, okay? But when it comes to some of your fantasies, like visiting certain places in the world, okay, or experiencing certain visuals, like maybe plays or taking, dining at certain places, you probably don't do that because it's not within your means, okay? So what I'm saying is you can expand that. You can expand your reach, you can expand your means. And by doing that, you'll be able to do the things that you want to do or experience the things that you want to experience, okay? So we go back to the tool. So how do we do that? How do I get from being me, how do I get from being me on this side of the line to being me on that side of the line, experiencing the things that I want to experience that I can't experience now because I don't have the means? Okay. Well, that is going to take a tool. So I will be back in just a moment. We're going to, get you a little bit relaxed and, have a seat. Or if you're driving, keep listening. I'm going to take a quick break and come back and we'll talk about the tool and what needs to happen in order for you to really see that transformation. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's talk about that tool. All right. Have you ever seen like a Swiss Army knife? I'm sure you have. It's a knife, but it's also a screwdriver, and it's also could be a nail file, and it's also a can opener. It has so many functionalities, and I guess there could be all kinds of different Army Swiss knives or whatever. And they come in handy. They come in handy when you have it available to use. There's nothing worse than needing your Swiss Army knife and you don't have it with you. Like, oh man, I left it at home, or it's in my car, or, you know what I mean? Instead of keeping it in your bag or your man bag or your backpack, you know what I mean? Keeping it with you. Because the whole purpose of having a Swiss Army knife is to be able to use any of the particular parts of that tool for any situation that you might come across in life. But of course, you gotta have the tool with you for it to be effective. Okay. Now, I didn't come back from our little break to tell you that you need to go run out and buy yourself a Swiss Army knife, obviously. But what I am here to tell you is that there is a connection within yourself, all right? There is a connection within yourself. It is a strong ability to do whatever the host, which is your body, whatever you want to do, there is an ability source within you that makes it possible for you to do anything that you want to do. And that ability source is quite similar to a Swiss Army knife. It can do anything you need it to do. It can do anything you needed to do. Okay? Now, when we were talking at the beginning of the show, the first half of the show, we're talking about we want to get to financial comfort. Right? Okay? And then, hopefully even some financial freedom, right? That's nice. I don't want to worry about nothing. So we said that's what we want to do. Okay? So now on this half of the show, all of us are in agreement that is what we want to do. We want to be financially comfortable. We want to live where we want to live, shop where we want to shop, buy what we want to buy, eat what we want to eat, go where we want to go. Okay? That's what we want. We ain't going to act brand new and act like that's not what we want. Okay? We will not act brand new and act like that is not what we want. But what I'm here to let you know is that everything that you're going to get on the other side of what you want is a byproduct of what you have to do to get over there. Okay? So, let me take a second to breathe. Because I want to tie something in. Because we're going to talk about the Swiss Army knife. We're going to park it right here. I'm going to put the Swiss Army knife right here. We're going to dangle it. It's in midair. We're going to come right back and grab it. It's floating right now, okay? Imagine it is floating so we don't forget about it. It is floating, okay? Have you ever got involved with an opportunity that you were sold on because you saw a vision of being that financially free person? You saw yourself in that fancy car and everything. And you saw yourself wearing those fancy clothes. Living in that big old house. You saw all of that. And then you pulled out your phone and your debit card and you signed up for something and you got involved with something. Maybe not you, but somebody listening, perhaps. It was, you get involved with it. Look, I've been there. You get involved with something. Okay. And then you find out that fat meat is so greasy. Like fat meat is like the greasiest, right? You find out the truth about the truth. And the truth is, you're going to need to do some, you don't really need to do some soul searching. You're not going to get over there. You're not going to get over there if you're not doing what it takes to get on the other side of what you want. There's certain things that have to happen. So a lot of times people sign up for an opportunity to expand their pocketbook and get some money in their pocketbook. But then there's things that have to be done for that to happen. Okay. For an entrepreneur to be successful, because you can be an entrepreneur and never make money. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're rich. Okay. It just means that you're a person that, you come up with ideas, or you want to run your own business or be your own boss. Run your own show. Okay. Entrepreneurs, right? So it takes it's as hard as it is to say the word entrepreneur, it's as hard as it is to be an entrepreneur. Okay? It takes work. And if a person is not using their Swiss Army knife, and at this point I'm going to switch it up and say your spiritual army knife. Hello. If a person is not using that, it's going to be really hard to get over there. Because the other part of this is that not only does it take hard work to get over there to the other side of wanting it and, experiencing it, it also takes a lot of personal development. Personally, some of you are just not ready to be millionaires. Okay? Maybe I'm one of you. Shit, I'm trying to get there though. I'll take that back. I'm ready. I am ready. Okay? Some of you ain't even ready to be 100,000 there. Nah. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do the work. You good where you at? Don't be good where you're at. That's the starting block. Okay? Who stays there? Nobody stays in the starting block. Okay? You gotta drive and be driven. Okay? So let's talk about that spiritual army knife. Remember, I had it dangling in the air. Okay? Let's talk about being aware that there is an opportunity to connect with whatever that opportunity is. That opportunity is also a part of the tool, okay? Because there's no getting to the other side of wanting it and, having all the money and everything. There's no doing that, if, if you're not doing like the work and, using the tool. Okay. So let me take a little sippy sip. Don't worry. It's just a little something, nothing major. But it is quite refreshing. Okay. Back to the spiritual army knife. Personal development. Okay. It gets gritty because it's not easy to experience what you're going to feel when you're trying to get to the other side of the money. Okay? When you're trying to get to the other side of the money, you have to do stuff. Okay? You have to have best practices. All right? So we're going to say you have to have best practices. And those best practices need to be consistently done. Okay? Best practices need to be consistently done with good follow through. All right? And that follow through will lead you to the other side of what you're trying to do, which is get comfortable, get financially free, be able to do the things that you can't do because the only thing that's getting in between you and you wanting to do what you want to do is money. You gotta listen. Your favorite rap star, your favorite actor, your favorite comedian, your favorite evangelist. Okay. They got money. They're probably sitting on driving somewhere really nice, probably chilling somewhere really nice, or maybe they're doing something and working on something really hard, right? But they all have some good bank accounts. But what did each of them need? Well, each of them needed a certain type of channel. Each of them needed a certain type of channel to get to the other side of where they would be getting money, right? Well, what do I mean by channel? Okay, well, an actor is in the acting world. He's getting that acting money, okay? A rapper in the rapping world is getting that rapping money, okay? Evangelists are getting that Jesus money. Hello. They are finding things that they can do to get the money. Okay? They're finding things that they can do to get the money. Well, once you find things that you can do to get the money, okay, you have to have things, and you have to have your, you have to have that consistency and that follow through, okay? All right? And for people like maybe you, who you're not an actor, and you're probably not a singer, and you're probably definitely not a rapper. Fine. That doesn't mean that we can't get on the other side of financial freedom, okay? Doesn't mean we can't get on the other side of that. Because everything they got going on is a facade anyway. Okay? The only thing that the rappers and the actors and the singers and the evangelists are here to do is pull a wool over our eyes. Make us think things are how they're not. Okay? They're part of the crew of the world to program us to live and think a certain way. Okay? We see it, and whatever they got going on, good for them. But for the regular people like us, we have to figure out how we can carve out our own path to the other side of wanting to be financially free. Okay? How do we do that? How do we cut out our own path? Hello? We got that spiritual Swiss Army knife. Okay? It's got a tool in there to help us carve, I'm quite sure. And we have we are aware of the opportunities that are available to us, so we're going to tap into them. Okay? And we are going to work on our best practices, right? Like do the things that need to be done, like the best things that need to be done to get on the other side of the financial freedom. We're going to do it consistently. And we're going to do it with follow through. Okay? Why am I saying it this way? Okay. I'm saying it this way because I'm so sick and tired of certain leaders who don't lead you anywhere. Okay? So let me pause that for a second. When I said regular people like you and me, we can carve out something to make us some money, quite true. You can, do whatever you want to do. You can, cut out a piece of that American dream and go start you a business, go do something like that, blah, blah, blah. But some of us don't even have that. Okay? Some people can't get business loans, right? Some people don't have, can't get angel investors or stuff like that. They're like, what do I do? What do I do? They want to have their own business or run their own business or something, but they think they don't have access. They're not aware of opportunities that are around them. So, there are opportunities for regular people with nothing, no like special nothing needed. Other than, let me take that back. Your spiritual Swiss Army knife. Okay, your spiritual army knife. Your spiritual army knife. That is what's needed. Okay? So we take that spiritual army knife, okay? And we pair it up with an opportunity that anybody can do. One that will actually make sense in a marketplace. Something that people can appreciate. Something that can turn into money. Boom. You find something in the marketplace that can turn into money that you can tap into. And you'll learn how to turn that, like a garden of, like a business garden. You'll learn how to grow that, okay, and turn it into something so you can be financially free. Well, how are you going to grow it and what are you going to do? Well, hello. I told you, you have a spiritual army knife. So I'm sure you have tools on there to help you grow your business. Okay? I'm sure you have tools on there to help you grow your business. I hear leaders say all the time, if you want it, when you're not getting it, when you're not hitting your numbers, when you're not seeing the money, when you're not seeing the growth, you need to remind yourself, what is your why? Why are you doing this? If I hear one more leader say that one more time, I'm going to throw up. Okay? Point to the blank. Gag. Okay? And not because your why isn't important. Your why is important. Okay? Your why is important. And why are you doing this? Well, because, there's whatever. It is your reasoning. But the reason why I want to gag is because it's not fair. That is not fair to an organization of people who have identified an opportunity to get them to the other side of wanting financial freedom, who don't necessarily come from a background of a person who is like, a brick and mortar business type runner, you know what I mean? Or a person that comes from a background of business management, okay? A person that comes from a background of like an accounting or being like, or is like organized and stuff. They might not even come from that type of background. So they have this tool, your spiritual army knife. And on that tool, one of the answers is, well, if you don't know how to do something, you get support and you ask somebody for the answer. How do I do this? What's my roadmap? Where do I go? Which way do I turn? Okay? Why is it not working for me? Why is it not working? Why are you getting all this money? And why is she getting all this money? And why is he getting all this money? And I'm not getting anything. Well, you need to revisit your why. Gag. That's not the answer. That is not the proper answer. I'm going to give you the proper answer after this break. I'm going to give you guys a second to breathe, and I'm going to take a second to breathe, and I'm going to come back and tell you why that's not the right answer. Then I'm going to give you the right answer. Okay, I'm going to give you the right answer, and then we're going to close up the show. So thank you so much again for listening to Dawn Channell. Okay, I appreciate you. This is Life Notes with Dawn Channell. Thank you for clicking in and sticking in, and I will be right back. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The reason why telling someone to revisit their why is not fair is because it is a true cop-out of leadership. It is an absolutely true cop-out of leadership. When your leader tells you to revisit your why, it's because your leader does not know how to lead you to the money. Your leader only knows how to lead you to being broke, so that they can stay in there with their money. You know, they want you to stay, make sure you keep getting your, buying your stuff to keep your business going. That kind of stuff. They want you to stay, making sure that you meet your minimum so that they can get their money. But if they're not telling you anything other than revisit your why, then that leader just doesn't know how to lead you. Okay? Because what did I tell you in the middle part of our show? Best practices, consistency, follow through. Okay? If you're not doing those things, okay? And you're not doing them not because you don't want to do them. Okay? It's not because I don't want to do them. I don't want to be doing no best practices and forget about some consistency, and I don't give a damn about follow through. It's not because you're taking that approach. It's just because, number one, you're human. We live in a world of distractions. We make things more complicated than they need to be. Okay? Sometimes we forget that we have the spiritual army knife. Okay? Because if you really sit down and think about why something's not working, you can retrace your steps and be like, aha! You know what I mean? Like, oh, why is the TV not turning on? Oh, I'm not plugged in. You know what I mean? Ugh. You know? Retrace your steps. Oh my goodness, where did I leave my keys? Well, shit, I did go to the bathroom right before I came in here. Boom, there are my keys. So if you really don't know something, you can really retrace your steps and kind of figure it out what's going on. But if you're not thinking, because life is what life is, and humans are who humans are, and sometimes humans forget that they are human beings and that we are working in tandem. Okay, and that's a whole nother show, but when we don't realize that, then we go to a leadership and say, hey, thank you. I'm in this organization and I tapped into this and I really want to use this as a source to get more money in my pocket and just to do the things I want to do and go to places I want to go and eat what I want to eat and show my children the experiences I want to show them. Those are whys, right? Already, right? That very leader might even tell you that those whys aren't good enough or deep enough. It's mine. No, stop. Stop. The leader needs to sit down and really lead you. If leaders really did this in the industry of which I'm discussing with you, and I'm talking about the industry of being able to use direct selling and learn how to learn direct selling, and then create an organization where you teach other people how to do direct sales. And if any of those people who do direct sales want to actually expand and make more money, then you can teach them how to grow an organization and build, right? Because some people don't really, some people just want a little extra, like maybe an extra $300 a month or an extra $500 a month, and they're fine with that. And then there are some people who are trying to go for the gold, and they will go for it. And they get the gold by helping those who just want the 300 and the 500, just want a little bit. Some people just want to be able to cover their car notes, right? So the big leaders have those type of organizations. And you might have some aspiring people who want to get to their side, get on that side of financial freedom and stuff. They're trying to figure it out. Okay. And even though that person is being, successful in everything, they just probably don't understand how to teach it or how to explain it. Or they'll give you a cop out, like everybody works differently, things work differently for different people type stuff. No. If you want to get over there, again, you got to have the best practice. So what is the best practice for getting to the other side of the money? I would say brain functionality, right? Making sure that you are taking good care of your brain functionality on a daily basis is best practice. What do you mean? Well, what did you eat for breakfast? Okay. Did you have some pancakes and some fake ass syrup that doesn't even have any maple in it? Right? Did you have some English muffin with some fake ass peanut butter full of sugar? Is that what you had? Because if that's what you had, that's not good for brain functionality. Okay? Maybe you didn't have any breakfast at all because you're not hungry, and that's fine, I guess. But did you do your supplements and your vitamins and things like that? Did you drink some tea or have some water? That'd have been a best practice. A crazy best practice is having some salad for breakfast. That is really good. It's got all the vegetables, it's got a lot of phytonutrients. Like, why not give your body that to start the day? Like, we say that breakfast is the most important thing of the day. And then we have a whole, we have a whole cellular structure in there that we're feeding. A whole cellular structure that we are feeding. And the first thing we give it in the day is some fake ass syrup. And say, hold me through. Take me through the day. Keep me alive. That's not a best practice. So having something healthy in the morning is a best practice because it's also going to give you mental clarity, brain functionality, things like that. You need that. And you need to do that every day. So every day you're eating what your body needs for focus. Okay? For focus. Okay? And you do it. It's a best practice that you are doing consistently and you're following through on it. Meaning when you go to the grocery store, you know that I need to get some more green vegetables. I need to make sure I got my tea, right? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So follow through. You don't just do it and stop doing it. I've been there. I'm big on that. I'm talking about it because I've been about it. I know about it because I struggled with it. So that's why I'm so passionate. Okay. So what's another best practice to get you to the other side of that money? Well, if you're running a business, I would think that you need people, right? Business is people exchanging money with other people, right? Providing a service to another person. You're not in no business if you're not getting any money. That's a nonprofit. Okay? Go do that. And that's awesome too. Even though if you're not getting any money, you can still be making a change in the world in some kind of way, right? But we want something where we're going to get some money. So in order to get some money, you got to get money from somebody else. Why? Because that somebody else is the person who has a job somewhere that makes money. And that person who has a job somewhere who makes money wants to be able to spend it on something. We go to work because we want to be able to spend our money on whatever we want to spend our money on, right? Right? So you want to talk to people. So if you are trying to get to the other side of the wanting it, then you got to have to talk to people. So what's your best practice? Well, there is basically, you can do it this way. You can do 30 days in a month, or you can say 20 days in a month. I'm going to tell you the best practice is 20 days in a month. You can talk to people Monday through Friday. If you happen to have some conversations on Saturday and Sunday, that's fine. But it would most definitely behoove you to save your weekends for your family, okay? Save your weekends for your family. In the building process, though, I understand. But best practices, Monday through Friday. And you are reaching out to people every day. Come on. You can talk to 20 people a day, 20 days in a month. That's 400 people. So a best practice is talking to 20 people a day, introducing them to what you have to offer, be it product or opportunity. You do this consistently every single day, 20 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then you follow through with this, meaning guess what? Next week you do the same thing, next week you do the same thing, and next week you do the same thing. You don't do it for 1 week and then not get the results that you would have reached had you did it for 1 month and not complete the mission. Best practice, okay? Best practice, okay? You talk to 20 people, and out of those 400 people, right? Maybe 180 people gave you some audio play, meaning they listened to what you had to say. They gave you some audio play. They listened to what you had to say. So 180 people that month, you captured them as people that you can do business with. Listen, if you are in any type of network marketing organization and you've been given any type of duplicated website, some businesses, you can have potential customers that just come in and set themselves up as a customer under you, right? I'm involved with businesses where women or whoever can set themselves up as a customer of mine. Even if they didn't buy anything, they can set them up as a customer. I highly recommend that if you're having a communication with those people every day and capturing people who are interested in what you have to say, when you're dealing with them and you're listening, they're engaging with you. You're doing what we call creating a book of business. And with that book of business, you asking these people to come in and say, hey, I'm not buying anything right now. But if I want something in 2 months, I'm your customer. I'm going to come back. I already have an account with you. If you don't do that, somebody else is going to come along and, it's not about loyalty, disloyalty, or anything like that, but it's just about timing. So if you had an opportunity to capture their ear, then ask them, hey, well, do you mind just being my customer? Even when you're ready, you can come in and buy something. What's the sweat? No sweat, no sweat. But you got to do that consistently. Okay? You got to do that consistently. And that is a best practice. Okay? Especially when you're working on getting some, if you're working in a business where you want to get true residual, meaning every time a client pays, you get a residual. If you want to get something like that, it really pays. Now, what happens is you need a book of business, and you need that follow through. So another best practice is to set up a systematic approach to where you are keeping that line of communication open with the people that you've met, so that you are at least showing up for them maybe at least once a month. It has to be a newsletter. a video, or whatever. Nothing boring. Don't come out here with no boring. Nobody really reads newsletters like that. But something like an interactive newsletter. You know what I mean? Maybe like a video and that's it. Maybe just a couple of sentences. You know? People just want it to be entertained. But you do that consistently. So now that person is consistently knowing you're building. Okay, those are best practices. So when you go to your leader and they tell you to go back to your why, no, go back to tell me how you run your business. How do you meet people? How do you meet your people? How do you build your clientele? How do you build your book of business? Your leader should be asking you questions. Your leader should be interviewing you to find out where the hiccups are in your chain if you're coming to them for support. Once they can help you find out where the hiccups are in your chain, another best practice for you would be to apply what you learned. Okay? So best practice is to apply what you learn. Do it consistently once you learn how to do it, and always follow through doing it that way. Then you'll get on the other side of wanting to be financially free. Okay? So, lastly, when we touch on revisit personal development, because this is a huge part of becoming financially free. Okay? That financial freedom, that ability to travel and eat and dine and visit and go and whatever else, it's going to be a reflection of a new you. Okay? You know, I'll be like, you got that money, you acting brand new. Well, it's kind of like vice versa. The money is a reflection of a new you. You will not be a reflection of your new money, but your new money is a reflection of you. Hello. Your new money is a reflection of you. So that means whatever it is within your personal development, if you're the type of person that's hard-headed and don't want to listen to anybody who's helping to guide you with a spiritual ear, right? If you're one of those people that doesn't like to take advice, and it's always hurting you in the end, proper advice, of course, you might want to check yourself. Hold on, I got to take a sip. I got anger issues. You can tell I'm passionate, so obviously if I got mad, I'd be like a beast. So I've worked on that over the years. I'm better. I am better. I've worked on myself. I've learned, I've experienced, I've listened, I'm in tune. Okay? But if I didn't take care and work on myself, it would get in the way of me getting on the other side of being able to reflect what's in me. Okay? Personal development. What if you have a messy, junky ass car? What if you use the best practice to keep your car clean all the time, consistently with follow through, meaning you always took junk and trash out of your car every day? You washed your car on every Friday, you vacuumed it and had it smelling good. That's a different kind of drive. That's a different kind of you. That's a different kind of discipline. That matters. That helps. Working on your personal development. How do you communicate? Do you let people talk? Or do you just jump in on defense mode before you realize where they're coming from? That needs to be worked on. That's self-development. So there's so many different layers of self-development and personal development and things like that. But all of us are different types of people. All of us are different, but yet so many of us are actually the same. And we have these similarities that we can relate to. So there's an opportunity, right? Be aware of the opportunities for you to work on yourself, because listen, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but evolution is true. When you've been seeing it happen. Look at the floppy disks to where we are. We went from floppy to, is this a microchip in my arm right now? We have evolutionized. We can keep on evolutionizing. Everything evolutions. Everything, evolution. Everything. Even you. You're not who you were when you were 10. You're not who you were when you were 20. You're never who you were. You're not even who you were yesterday. We are always growing and advancing and getting better. So personal development is important, because that personal development is what's going to keep you disciplined enough to do the things that are going to make you win. Best practices, consistency, and follow through. Things that matter, obviously, income producing activities, because we're trying to get over there, right? But also personal development opportunities as well, because we got to strengthen up. All right. And then plugging in to people that can help and support you. Because if you like what you heard today, then you can always subscribe, right? Listen to me again. But, tell a friend and all that good stuff. Find proper leadership. Okay. I will, before I let you go, I'm going to share an opportunity with you. I'm not going to give the actual name of the companies, but I will share an opportunity with you that is available, and I can support you in this opportunity. And I am determined to help whoever wants to win. Whoever is coachable and trainable, I'm here. Whoever wants it, I want it too. Whoever wants to go, I want to go too. Okay? All right? So, I have the first opportunity I'll share with you is a opportunity. It is free. You don't have to pay a dime to join this opportunity. I will tell you though, later on, if you did want to upgrade and advance and unlock other ways to get paid, you can do that. But you don't have to do that right away. I can show you a strategy on how to do it. Actually, let me just share it with you right now. I can offer you an opportunity where you would come in for free. You don't pay a single dime. I'm not paying for you to come in. The company it lets you join for free. And it also gives you a replicated website. Okay? That replicated website allows customers to purchase from you. And you get a percentage of that. Okay, so you get to come in for free and you get a percentage of that. Now, this business is very simple. It really is the power of 3, but I truly believe that it's actually the power of 6. But the power of 3 does apply. In this business that I'm telling you about, you're really just looking for 3 customers. But in all truth and honesty, you need to make sure you also have 3 business builders at least who want to get in for free, and then start doing what it takes to get on the other side of financial freedom, because you can get into this business for free and find yourself in a comfortable position financially. Now, another opportunity, or 2 other opportunities that I want to bring to your attention, they are I'm going to create a phrase fashionably addictive. Fashionably addictive. I have an opportunity where you can get involved in products that are fashionably addictive, okay, and that creates recurring customers. The other one too, but this one also creates recurring customer. It's so fashionably addictive that it's I want to give you so much more information about why I'm saying it, but I don't want to give the names of the companies, but it's fashionably addictive, okay? And you get repeat customers. Same thing, websites and all that kind of good stuff. I want to teach you how to use the power of of social media. Okay, I want to teach you how to use the power of social media and to build private parties where you could be showing and talking and telling and sharing fashionably addictive products that women cannot get enough of. They cannot get enough of it. So anyway, I want to tell you about that. So if you want to connect with me, then leave me one of those voice messages. You can leave me a voice message right here. Sorry. You can leave me a voice message right here on the podcast, and I'll get it. Okay? You deserve the best. You deserve to experience more. You deserve to live the life that was designed for you naturally, okay? Not just get up, go to work, and, come home, cook dinner, go to bed, repeat. I get a vacation once a week, once a year or once every 2 years, whatever. No. You should be able to work, get up, eat, whatever else you want to do. And if vacation time comes with your job, you should be able to say, thanks for my vacation. This year, we're going to Dubai. You're like, what? What you mean you're going to Dubai? Last year, you went to Las Vegas. Now this year, you're going to Dubai? Right? So I'm not saying like, oh, overnight, you're just going to be a millionaire. You come deal with me, and I'm about to turn your life around, son. No. Don't come at me with that bull. What I'm saying is I want you to connect with me. I want to help support you. Okay. I'm in business too. I grow organizations. I'm a business builder. All right. I understand how to sell. I know how to turn a profit. I have proof. Okay. I've changed my zip code. All right. I understand how this game is played. Okay. So I am looking for people who want to experience all of that, who understand that it's going to be a journey, who understand that they have to peel back the layers on their personal development, who understand that we're not here to play games and send you back to the drawing board without any god dang chalk. Right? Yeah. Here I go. I just get so excited. So anyway, with all that being said, I just want to thank you so much for listening. This is actually still season 3, second episode of season 3. You are listening to Life Notes with Dawn Channell. If you like what you heard, please share it, because I am looking for people who want to make a change in their lives. And to be honest, one of the other tools in the spiritual army knife is building, like how to build. Like you have to build something, right? Everything has to be, it's all about create, right? It's all about creating. Like the earth was created, the moon, the sun, the stars, everything, create, people, everything, like created. So what made me pick up and do this podcast for you guys today was because we have all been created. And then when we were created, what created us is attached to us. And it's that thing, remember, that makes all things accessibly possible. Anything we want to do is that Swiss Army knife. Okay? And that Swiss Army knife is so powerful. How powerful is it? It is so powerful, okay, that you can create your own universe within this universe that we're in, okay? You can use your spiritual army knife to create your own universe that we are currently in and carve out the opportunities that you want for yourself and peel back the layers of personal development that you need for yourself. Okay? All right. All right. Thank you again. I am just so happy that you are listening and that you clicked in, and damn, you wasn't playing when you said you was going to stick in. Thank you so much. Bye.